Hello everyone, welcome to Homework Help. If you find the video useful, please subscribe to the channel. In this video, we'll solve a hyperbola problem. As per the problem, find the vertices, foci and asymptotes of the hyperbola. We are given the equation of the hyperbola, y square minus x square equals 4. As you can see, this equation is not in standard form. We should start by changing this equation to standard form. In standard form, the term on the right side of the equation is 1. That means we have to change this 4 to 1. We can do that by dividing each term in this equation by 4. I get y square over 4 minus x square over 4 equals 1 because 4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. This is the given equation in standard form. As you can see in this equation, the x squared term is negative. There is a negative sign on the left side of x squared over 4 and the y squared term is positive. That means in this hyperbola, the curves or the branches are above and below each other. For a hyperbola in which the curves or branches are above and below each other, the general equation in standard form is y minus k square over a square minus x minus h square over b square equals 1. We can compare this general equation with our equation to find the values of h, k, a and b. As per the comparison, k is equal to 0 because there is no number being subtracted from y. H is equal to 0 because there is no number being subtracted from x. A square is equal to 4. So a is equal to 2. And b square is equal to 4. So b is equal to 2. A and b are always positive. We can use these values to find the vertices, foci and asymptotes of the hyperbola. Let's start with vertices. For a hyperbola whose branches or curves are above and below each other, the setup for vertices is h, k plus minus a. We can sub in the values. The two vertices are 0, 2 and 0, negative 2. Next, we can find the foci of the hyperbola. The setup for foci of a hyperbola whose branches or curves are above and below each other is h, k plus minus c. We can find the c value from the equation c square equals a square plus b square. A square is equal to 4. B square is equal to 4. Next, we can apply square root to both sides. I get c equals square root 8. We can simplify square root 8 by breaking up 8 into its prime factors. 8 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2. We can move out 2 2's as a single 2 in front of the square root. I get c equals 2 square root 2. The value of c is always positive. We can use this value of c. So the foci are So the two foci are 0, 2 square root 2 and 0, negative 2 square root 2. Next, we can find the asymptotes. The general equation of asymptotes of a hyperbola whose curves or branches are above and below each other is y equals plus minus a over b times x minus h plus k. We can sub in the values. A is 2, b is 2, h is 0, k is 0. 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. We can ignore the 1. X minus 0 is equal to just x. So I get y equals plus minus x. So the equations of the two asymptotes are y equals x and y equals negative x. These are the two equations of the asymptotes. So these are the steps you have to keep in mind to solve this problem. I hope you'll find this video useful. Please share it, like it, and subscribe to Homework Help. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.